Caregiver responsibilities. Since everybody who's joining this program might not necessarily be a caregiver or a CNA, we wanted to kind of cover just some of the responsibilities that a CNA does have or a caregiver does have with your home care service. And the first one is companion services. Companion services include keeping the client company, engaging the client in different activities such as reading, writing, games, crafts, playing cards, taking them on walks, planning, like, they might have a party that they want to plan or get a gathering with their family, cooking, serving their meals. They might want to do some baking and some, for holidays, cakes and cookies for special occasions. um, Assist with different types of entertainment, medication and appointment reminders, escort to different appointments, visiting friends and neighbors, shopping, taking them to different events, plays, and religious services. These are just some of the things that you're going to do as, some of the services your caregivers are going to have to or want to provide. Home services. Some of the home services that a caregiver will have, would what you'll be expecting your caregiver to do, and some of the services you'll be offering your clients is just general cleaning, like vacuuming, dusting, washing floors, washing dishes, laundry, ironing, changing beds, um, cleaning out the refrigerators and the freezers, cleaning the oven, stove, and china cabinets, um, caring for the plants and stuff, like watering the plants and stuff, taking out the garbage, helping with the garden, do a little bit of gardening with the caregiver, with the client if they're able to get around and stuff like that. Oversee deliveries, like home deliveries, um, and maintenance. Sometimes they'll have like a plumber and stuff come over, and they might not have anyone to kind of like watch and see what's going on with it, so you can kind of oversee with that as well. Caring for the pets, feeding, walking the dogs and stuff like that. And one thing I want to kind of put into this part with the home services, a lot of times our caregivers will get kind of frustrated with, say we have a client whose mother may live in a house, but there might be another family member there as well. So our client will say, oh, okay, what am I cleaning up? Am I cleaning up? Our caregiver will be wondering, like, okay, am I cleaning up for the whole house or just my client, or just the client that I'm here to work with? And it's like, okay, you're not there to clean up for the nephew, the niece, the grandson, or stuff like that. You're not there for them, So you're gonna just basically, if they're living in the house, you're just gonna be maintaining the area in the room, in the the dishes and stuff, and the cooking for the client, for the person that we're there to provide service for. Sometimes it gets kind of confusing because you'll be doing dishes or you'll be cooking a meal, and they may be taking part in that meal. So it's like, and then sometimes the family will expect you to do all the dishes. So it's like, okay, us, for instance, our company, we tell our girls to say, look, if it's not a big deal, if it's like an extra 2 plates or something, go ahead and wash them. But it's like, if they're like a whole nother family and it's like all these extra dishes and it's kind of taken away from the service that you need to be providing and the attention that you need to be giving the actual client, then, just do what you do that client's dishes and do this kind of stuff and do the client's laundry and stuff like that. And when the laundry comes out, fold their stuff. And you'll run into this stuff and you won't know it until you're actually in it. And then you start getting these calls from your caregivers, and you're getting calls from the family say, hey, the caregiver will be complaining like this other family member's clothes, they're expecting me to fold their clothes and do their laundry. And then the client will say, hey, your caregiver is not working, she's not cleaning up the way she should be. And you got to make sure you're getting in between that and making sure that what's actually happening is you're providing for the you're providing for the actual client that's there, for the elderly person that's there and not the whole family. You have to get in between it, and you have to make sure there's a good line of communication going between your caregiver, the family member who actually hired you, and also the people that's also in the household with your caregiver. So you definitely want to be on the lookout for that and think about that moving forward. Another thing another care that we service that we provide is personal service, personal care, which can be anything, from grooming, like hair care, helping with shaving, makeup, dressing, hygiene, running bath water and helping them getting out of baths, toileting activity, helping them get out, just mobility stuff, helping them getting in and out of the bathroom and off the toilet, turning, lifting, transferring, exercising, and walking, just being there as an assistant, eating and or feeding, as well as monitoring their vital signs such as blood pressure and their pulse and respiration. These are just some of the things you're going to be doing as far as, or your caregivers are going to be responsible for when it comes to personal care. We like to think about Alzheimer's, as this is one of the biggest, most dementia, being a form of Alzheimer's is the biggest disease in the senior community that you're going to run across. And you want to kind of start understanding and doing research on how to care for people with Alzheimer's, and particularly dementia. Because, again, you want to be able to say to your clients when they call, hey, we specialize in Alzheimer's. And, again, through the continuing education stuff, you'll be able to say that and get actual certificates, and also train your caregivers. So definitely start doing research and understanding a little bit more about Alzheimer's and dementia. And some of the Alzheimer's care that we do, that you want to have your caregivers to understand is we work with the client to establish a safe and more comfortable environment, trusting relationships, and techniques to maximize the independence for long as possible with the Alzheimer's disease. And that's just by understanding that you have to be patient with them, you have to be consistent with them, and things like that to really help them and their family members adjust and deal with this disease. So it's definitely a process, and it's going to take some new information if you don't have it already. You want to do some research and see how best your caregivers and you can service your clients with better Alzheimer's care. And then we like to do a health home check, which is pretty much just it's like a 10 to 15 minute face-to-face in-home visit, maybe just for a medication reminder, a note to communicate anything out of the ordinary, or simply to ensure seniors having a good day. And these are just something that you can have your caregiver do. If we say, okay, you're only at this client's house 3 times a week, but they can pop in the other 2 days, or other couple days out the week, a couple other days out the week, just to kind of make sure that the senior is doing okay. And this just kind of helps with the level of service that we're providing, and it kind of shows them that we are committed to your family member, and they appreciate those little home checks. So this is just basically an overview of some of the caregiver responsibilities. So definitely think about it. Do some research and kind of develop your own services, just so you can kind of know what your caregiver should be doing. But this is definitely a great start.